Am I seeing peplums again? How about belts, lace, and pendant necklaces? 2010, is that you? Fall is right around the corner, and this year's trends are giving me deja vu. We're seeing trends from the 2010s come back around, as well as influences from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. But it's all being done in a slightly new way. So today, we're going to take inspiration from the runway and put together some fall outfits. But here's the thing. I've been doing a no-buy in 2025, and I haven't purchased any new clothing all year. So we're going to be getting creative and using what I already own. And hopefully this will prove that you don't need to spend any money in order to participate in the trends. So let's jump right into it. Okay, I have a huge pile of clothes here. Whew, that's heavy. I went through my closet and my boyfriend's closet and pulled a ton of options for clothing that I thought we could use today. So I have some inspiration images from the fall 2025 runway shows. So I'm going to be referencing those images as I rummage through all of this clothing and try to get creative and put together outfits using stuff that I already have. And hopefully put it together in a new way that I haven't done before. And I haven't planned any of these outfits, so hopefully I can make some good ones today and find some inspiration. So let's get started. I think I'm going to start with this image here, and the goal today is to not recreate these outfits exactly, but to just take inspiration from them using pieces that I already own. One of the big trends this year is doing some kind of necktie or scarf. And also there's a lot of brown, and I don't own any brown because brown does not look good on me. Actually, the only brown I own are the pants that I'm wearing right now. But the point is, my outfit won't look exactly like this one, but we're going to take the elements that are used in this outfit and use it as inspiration. So let's see what I can come up with. Oh my gosh, I have not pulled out my belts in literally years. So I'm excited to see what we can do with these today because there are a lot of belts in the trends from 2025. I've also pulled a lot of items out of storage that haven't really felt like my style in a while, but I still love. So I'm excited to dig into some of these today and see whether I can style them in a way that feels fresh and more like my style right now. I'm literally going to be making such a mess in my room today. I have so many clothes everywhere. So in this outfit, she has that little neck scarf, and I don't have anything like that. So I figured what I could do is take the sash from this dress and use that as a scarf. Let's see if this works. So far, I feel like I am in an anime, like I'm an anime schoolgirl, but I'm kind of loving the little neck scarf. It's kind of cute. All right, did we successfully recreate this outfit? I don't know, honestly. Let me look at myself again. I feel like there's just a lot going on in this outfit right now, and I think why hers is working so well is because it is very monochrome. There's only brown, black, and white. Whereas mine, I am introducing a lot of different elements. This jacket in shape and style is almost identical to the one that she's wearing. It has the collar, the big pockets, the kind of cropped fit. It's just in a green color, but again, I think because there are so many different elements going on in this outfit, it is looking a little chaotic to my eye. And I think because I have so many buttons going on down the front of my skirt and my shirt and the jacket, it's just looking like a lot. So I think I'm going to pare back a little. I think I'm going to take the belt off because I think that's what's throwing me off. The belt plus this little necktie, I think are really competing with each other. So let's take the belt off. Okay, already I think that is better. Now it kind of allows the neck scarf to sort of have its moment, and I feel like it's working better. This is maybe not my favorite outfit. It is going very kind of schoolgirl, and not in really a fashion way. I feel like it's schoolgirl in like a literal schoolgirl way. And again, I think there's just kind of one too many elements going on between the green and the skirt. Hers is just a lot simpler, and I think that's why all the accessories are really working. So maybe if I just take off the jacket, it'll help too. Okay, I feel like this is pretty good. I like this outfit. It was just too much stuff with all the accessories. I feel like all her accessories worked because she is going very monochromatic and really limiting her palette to just 3 colors, and they are all neutrals. And she doesn't have any pattern, and she doesn't have the buttons on the skirt. So I think overall, just simplifying my version of this outfit is what's helped kind of edit it down and make it look a little better. It definitely is still going schoolgirlish. I still feel like I am in an anime or something with this neck scarf. But honestly, this little sash for my dress worked really well for this. And you don't need to go buy a neck scarf. I even grabbed some ribbon from presents that I have unwrapped in the past and just held on to just in case. So that's always an option too if you don't have a neck scarf. Okay, so there's outfit number 1, and I would give this outfit a B. It is not my favorite, but I think it works. But it is interesting. I never thought to use this neck scarf in this way, and I also haven't ever worn this button-up shirt tucked into something. Usually I have it kind of drapey and flowy, so this is a new way for me to wear it, and I feel like there are some good ideas here. But let's move on to outfit number 2 and see if we can do something a little better. Okay, for outfit number 2, I really want to try to do a belted blazer. There are quite a few belted blazer looks that I saved images for, so this was a big trend this year. But I think I'm going to start with this image here because she has paired her belted blazer with a skirt, and that's something that I've never done with the skirt that I'm currently wearing. So let's see if we can make this work. Okay, here is the second outfit. I feel like this one is more successful than the first one. I actually really like this. I decided to go with no top underneath the blazer, and I layered a couple different necklaces like she did. I feel like it works pretty well. I've never put a belt over any blazer. Actually, I did put a belt over a blazer back when I was in high school, but that was back in 2007 or 2008. So it has been a long time since I've experimented with putting a belt over a blazer. I feel a little bit like Miss Trunchbull. I feel like she had an outfit kind of like this, but it's kind of giving badass, and I kind of like it. My brown belt does have more contrast than her black one in the image, so I did think about pairing a black one with this. I do like the brown, but let's try the black really quick. Okay, the black is cute too. I would call this outfit a success. And I've worn something very similar to this outfit in the past. It has just been with the blazer open and no belt, but I love this. I think this is a great new way to style these pieces that I have styled together before, but it looks way different once you add a belt. And layering the necklaces, I never would have thought to do. But actually, I love it. This is great. I want to try it with another blazer just out of curiosity, and then we can move on to the next outfit. Okay, I definitely think it worked better with the other blazer because the buttons here don't really make sense to me with the belt and the skirt. The proportions are just looking off, but I would say that the other blazer was a success. And let's move on to the next outfit. Okay, before I take off this skirt, I want to try this next outfit, which does another version of a belted look, but this one doesn't have a blazer, and this one is just using a tank top, which I feel like is an item of clothing that we all have. But have we ever put a belt on top of a tank top? I personally have never done this, so let's see if this works. Okay, why do I feel like this looks super awkward? This is not working. And I apologize, this tank top I pulled out of the dirty laundry, so it's looking a little dirty today too. But I think that the issue with this outfit is the proportion. I think the thing that's working with her outfit there is that she has a longer tank top and a skirt that isn't high-waisted. So this tank top's a little bit more cropped, and I feel like if it came lower, then it would make more sense to have the belt at the waist. But where it's at now, I feel like it is cutting me in multiple pieces, and there's quite a bit of volume at my hips. So I would not call this outfit a success. I'm trying to think if I have anything else that I could use instead for the top, but I don't really think I do. Yeah, most of my shirts are a little bit more cropped. I think also what's working in her outfit is, again, she's going very monochromatic. So the belt kind of blends in with the rest of the outfit. Whereas with what I'm doing right now, there is a lot of contrast with the belt, and it is just sitting really awkwardly with the placement of my shirt. So this is not working, and let's move on to the next outfit. Okay, next let's try to change the skirt up and replicate this outfit here. I like how they're really playing with proportions in this and layering a really long sweater on top of a more flowy skirt. So let's try to replicate this look. Okay, I actually think this is a lot of fun, and this is an outfit that I would have never put together. Obviously, it is very different from the outfit in the picture, but a lot of the same ideas I am using in my own outfit. So I have this purple sweater that is very similar in shape to the one that she's wearing. So it even has the little slits on the side, and it is longer in length. And then I have a printed midi skirt. So the concepts going on in this image, I'm definitely translating into my own outfit. But it is very different with all the colors, and I would have never paired this together. This purple with this kind of pinkish color and then the burgundy boots, I would have never put together, but honestly, I really like it. It feels very unexpected for fall, but I feel like that's something that we also saw a lot in the fall 2025 runway shows. There were a lot of different colors going on, and a lot of purple, a lot of pastels, colors that we wouldn't typically think of as fall colors. But I think because we are putting them into cozier pieces, it really makes sense for fall, but it is an unexpected twist. So I'm loving this outfit, and I'm going to try to put maybe a pendant necklace over this because pendant necklaces were another big trend, and let's see how that looks. Okay, that's super cute. This is the only pendant necklace that I have. I used to have a bunch back in like 2010 to 2015, and I got rid of them all because pendant necklaces were no longer in, and they're also just cheap little necklaces, so I didn't have any kind of attachment to them. But this one is actually for my grandma, and I've been trying to find ways to wear it. So I kind of love that pendant necklaces are back in style, and I feel like it kind of helps add a little bit of interest to this outfit since it is just such a blank canvas. I feel really cute in this, and I'm honestly really surprised. So this outfit was a success. Next, I want to try styling this skirt in a different way, and something else that I was seeing a lot in the runway show for fall was having the tails of a button-down shirt peeking out from underneath another item. And so let's try layering that same white shirt underneath a sweater on top of this skirt, and I feel like that'll make some really interesting proportions. So let's see if it actually works. Okay, the issue that I'm having with this shirt is that it is a little bit more of a cropped length and it doesn't stick out long enough. So I think I'm actually going to go borrow a shirt of my boyfriend's and see if that one works better. Hopefully he doesn't mind me borrowing this. Okay, this is already working a lot better. Let's try to find a jacket to layer on top of this. She's going with more of a fitted jacket because I think everything underneath is kind of bulkier and more layered. So let's see what I have. I feel like this is okay, but something about the proportions of all of this is looking a lot different from what's going on in the image. And I'm feeling so hot right now. I have like 3 layers of like wool, and I think I liked it better without the jacket, so we're just going to go without a jacket. And now I want to change my shoes because she's doing, I can't tell if they're heels or flats, but she's doing a sock with this. So let's try to do maybe some loafers because that's another trend this year, and let's pair it with some socks. Okay, I feel like that is working. I don't know if this is my favorite outfit. Something about the proportions feels a little off and not the same as in the picture. I think it's partially because my skirt is midi length rather than knee length, and maybe having it be knee length would make it work better. Yeah, I think having it knee length would work better. So if we can just imagine this being knee length, I think that way the proportions make more sense because we are going so kind of layered and oversized on top that I think having less fabric on bottom helps it balance out. I think my other issue with it is maybe the proportions of the top. Since this is a man's shirt, it goes down really low, and I actually have it tucked up into my bra right now to make it not as long. And so I think overall, it just looks a little out of proportion, especially on me. I think that maybe if you are taller and not a petite person, that maybe this would work a little better for you. But for me, I think it's looking maybe a little awkward. I don't know, I go back and forth. I feel like it looks awkward in kind of a cool way, but it's not something that I would realistically wear. I don't know, it's kind of growing on me though. I feel like I look a little cool. I don't know, it's definitely a statement. You can see, especially in the back, the proportions are looking strange because the shirt is so long and there's so much extra fabric that it is just kind of bunching up and looking a little odd around my butt area. The thing that I do like about this outfit is the loafers with the socks and the skirt. I think that works really well, and I do really like this sweater. I actually might try to just take this shirt off underneath and see what it looks like with just the sweater, and I think that might be a more realistic way of how I would wear this. So let's do that really quick. Honestly, without the sweater, I feel like this is a look in itself. Not something that maybe I would realistically wear, but I feel kind of cool. I don't know, guys. Is this cool, or do I just look like I'm wearing the wrong size shirt? It's definitely a choice. I don't know how I feel about it. Part of me likes it, but I don't think I would ever realistically wear this. Let's try it with just the sweater. Actually, hold on. I just tried rolling up the sleeves and I feel like that made it a lot better. I feel really cool in this. I don't know. Something about how it's kind of undone at the bottom and it feels really crisp and it's very obviously oversized. And I like it paired with this longer midi skirt and then these loafers. And then also with it being buttoned all the way to the top, there's something about this that feels really crisp while simultaneously really undone. And I feel like that juxtaposition is making for a really interesting outfit. And I feel kind of cool in this. I think I could pull this off. I think just rolling up the sleeves makes this a more realistic outfit for me. Let me know what you guys think. Would you wear this? Do you think this is a good outfit? Was this a success? Okay, and I think this is the most realistic way that I would wear this outfit. Just putting this sweater on top with the loafers and the skirt and the gray socks, I think is really simple and really realistic for me to wear. I'm very comfortable in this, and I would definitely call this outfit a success. Okay, now with the same skirt, I want to get a little crazy and try layering a peplum on top. I was seeing quite a few peplums in these runway shows, especially with Valentino, and I used to love myself a peplum back in the day, and I still have a few that I held on to, even though they've just been living in storage for the past 5 to 10 years because they haven't felt like my style right now. But I'm kind of ready to bring them back, so let's see if we can make a peplum work for 2025. Okay, how are we feeling about the peplum? I don't know how I feel. I absolutely love this shirt. I love the color and I love the kind of laciness of it, and it is so loose and comfortable. I think it's really pretty, but this is still giving me 2015. So let's see how we can make this a little bit more updated and modern for 2025. I think the key here might be a belt. Okay, already I feel like the belt kind of edged it up a little bit, just adding a black belt. I'm trying to think what else I can do to this to make it look more modern and more interesting. Something is just throwing me off here. It might be the shoes. I wonder if we just take the socks off. Maybe the socks are what's throwing me off. I think even doing tights might be a good idea because there were a lot of tights in this Valentino show that he paired with the peplums. But let's just see doing no socks. Okay, that already feels better. The proportions of this are working better for me. But let's try doing some tights. Okay, the tights are working for me. Now maybe we add a jacket on top, like in this one image. Okay, this is kind of cute. I could also see this working with these same boots here. Yeah, I'm kind of feeling these boots. I don't know if I'm loving this sweater. Okay, part of me kind of loves this outfit. I think this jacket just added a level of casualness to this outfit that I personally needed. And the boots with the square toe add a little bit of color, but I also think they help modernize it a little bit. The loafers were also nice, but something about this feels a little bit cooler to me and a little bit more like 2025. It's hard to make peplums not look like they are 2015. I don't know, would you call this outfit a success? I feel like it is giving something really interesting. I don't know if it's good or not. I don't know if I would realistically wear this, but I do think it's an interesting way to wear a peplum. I actually really like this with just no jacket at all. I know that maybe that's not realistic for fall, but I think this is really cute. I like having the boots kind of be a statement, and I like how they are complementary colors with the green. So I think this outfit is actually working really well, and I like adding the belt on top of a peplum and over a longer skirt. I think this makes it look more modern and is something that we didn't do back in 2015. Plus, I'm incorporating lace by using this peplum, which is a huge trend this year. So I think that this outfit is a success. Let me know what you guys think though. I might be falling back in love with peplums. I know, crazy, right? It's been a while. Okay, now I'm really losing light, but I had so many other outfits I wanted to try. I had this lace turtleneck top that was almost identical to a lot of the lace turtlenecks that I was seeing in the Valentino show. So I had so many ideas for this one. Maybe I will just make a part 2 of this video. Let me know if you'd be interested in seeing that because I have so many other ideas and I have a huge pile of clothing here. I made such a mess. I should have started this video earlier. I never get started early enough to give myself enough time to film. So yeah, let me know if you'd like to see part 2 of this video and I can focus on this lace turtleneck because I really wanted to try this underneath sweaters, underneath blazers. I had so many different ideas for this one. So I feel like this could be a whole other video on its own. Let me know if you had a favorite outfit from today and let me know what you will be wearing this fall. Are there any trends that you are excited about? Let me know in the comments below and thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and I will see you next time. Bye!